Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggy Pants, coming at you in partnership with Mezco Toys for another Living Dead Dolls review. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because it's the second of the return of the Living Dead Dolls, which of course is Eggzorcist. We've been waiting for her for a year. I feel like a lot of people were getting frustrated, but she's here and we're so excited to have her, and she's fucking incredible. Pardon my language, but it's the truth. So yeah, let's jump right in. There's a lot to show, so hopefully I can get to a good portion of it in this video. But let's take a look at the coffin. Very similar to the Sadie one. It says Eggzorcist right there in the bottom, and then it has the sulfur symbol with like a little bit of the almost like white snow effect at the bottom of it that fades away to be able to show kind of the doll's face through the front of the coffin there. Seals nicely on the sides, and then the back, of course, does have a picture of Eggzorcist in all her glory, and it does say Living Dead Dolls, but that's it. It's a very simple coffin. You're also gonna find that the coffin fits together really nicely and smoothly. You can tell that this is a collector's item, this coffin as well. And everything is just impeccably created. So thank you, Mezco, for that level of detail. We do appreciate it. But this is what you're going to see when you open it. So there is a plastic overlay like we've seen in the last couple of series of dolls and the exclusives, but then it does show this kind of red, it's also plastic, but it kind of has that feel of cloth as if she's laying in her coffin. Behind that, and I already have this pulled out, but when you pull this out here, in the back, you're going to find the accessories, and they are, just kind of get them back in place. There we go. They are laid out underneath all of that. So everything that she comes with is right there in the back as well. You're also going to find a explanation, a little how-to with all of these dolls, how to take apart the heads, how to pop off the hair, all that kind of stuff, how the eyeballs work. And if you haven't, if you don't have Sadie, or if you're new to these types of dolls, please take a look at this because you want to make sure that you don't break your incredibly expensive and cool doll. So yeah, that's really nice that they included that. And the other thing that I appreciated with this instruction manual is this one is specific for Eggzorcist as well. There was one for Sadie, and this one is for Eggzorcist. They didn't just repeat the Sadie one. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But let's go ahead and take a look at the doll. I'm gonna get this out and prep for when we talk about everything. All right, so put that there. Here she is in all of her glory. Bam. She is absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited to have this doll. Her outfit is incredible. Let's start talking about everything. So her outfit is very similar to the original Eggzorcist, but it's a much nicer, thicker material. It's not just a matter of cotton. I mean, it is cotton, but it's got some fuzz to it. Not as big of a fuzz as the like 10th anniversary Eggies, but kind of right in between. It definitely feels like pajamas. The bottom of the feet do have kind of a pink pleather to them, and they are gathered around the ankle with a little bit of elastic, so it really does feel like pajamas there. The back of her costume does have her iconic little bunny tail, and it does not zip up the back or Velcro up the back. It actually does that in the front here where the buttons are, and that is, let's see if I can get it because I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, that is Velcro that Velcros all the way from the top of her hood right down the front. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and open it on camera because every time I don't open things, I miss something that's significant, and I wanna make sure there's nothing underneath this outfit that's significant. Let's show her little chest, But no, that's what it looks like underneath there. So nothing crazy, pretty standard, but really nicely made. The hood around here, similar to the 10th anniversary, has wire in it. So though her head does kind of fit nicely in that hood, there is the ability to kind of shape this a little bit how you see fit. The noose around her neck, the iconic noose around Eggzorcist's neck, is made out of actual rope. And let me see if it works. It does. It's a noose that can be opened and pulled off over her head, which is really, really nice as well. So great accessory there. The hood does have these cute bunny ears. The bunny ears have the ability to pose them as well, some wire in there to give it some shape, however you see fit. And I'm gonna pull this down so you can get a look at what's underneath. Now, very much like all of the other Eggzorcists, oh, I had her hair in a weird place, so she's gonna stand up crazy. Look at that. Come on now. I'll work on getting that down later. Wasn't like that when I took her out. It's just the way she was in the hood. It is hard when you take the hood down to get the hood back over the hair without bending it a certain way and having a weird piece that kind of gets trained to be laying strangely, which is what's happening here with mine. But when she does come out, she comes out with the hair nicely laid. The hair is decently rooted, not crazy thick. I feel like it's a little bit shorter than some of the Eggzorcist dolls we've had in the past, but still the same iconic purple color, which I do appreciate. She has this plastic that's very, almost like shiny. Do you see that? So it's a nice hard plastic. It feels substantial. And then all of her joints are they're ball jointed. So you've got movement in her wrists. You've got movement in her chest. She can spin her chest one way or the other. You've got obviously the hips, you've got the knees, and you've got the ankles and the head. So you can really get this doll in a lot of incredibly cute poses, which I've already been working on to go next to my Sadie when I end up displaying her. So let's take a look at this face. The face does feel shinier than Sadie's. Sadie's was a duller plastic, but I don't know if that was intentional or what, but it is slightly different. There is this cracking feature on the side of her face right there. And you're gonna see that cracking is actually in the mold itself. So you can actually feel those cracks on the face, which is a really nice detail. And then there's purple coming through on that. Same on this side. Now she also has this kind of like green slime at the side of her mouth. And a really intense kind of pinkish around her eyes. And then of course the iconic Charlie Manson X put onto her forehead right there. Blue lip, everything feels iconically eggy. Nothing unusual or strange about it. It's just she feels like she is more of a porcelain doll than Sadie does. And I think that was intentional, especially with the cracking. So very cool feature. Now, let's talk accessories, and then we'll try to change around her body a little bit. So lots of accessories, just like Sadie. One thing to point out, which I was a little bummed about, was that she doesn't get her own gravestone like Sadie did. And I think that was just because Sadie was the first of the Return of Living Dead dolls. Totally fine. But everything in here, the quality of it is absolutely insane. So let me take off the lid, and hopefully things don't go flying everywhere because there's a lot of little pieces here. All right. So to start off with, we have the iconic Eggy basket. This is all plastic. There is green grass on the inside there. It comes with this little kind of plastic overlay thing that you can easily take off to put things into the basket, but that holds the grass in place, which is nice. Now we got all kinds of bugs. We've got 2 of these centipedes here. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of shaped in a little bit of a circle that can go around the eggs in her basket. We've got 2 earthworms to go in the basket as well. Boom, boom, boom. Very cool. Nice detail, hard plastic, nice quality. We've got not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 little roaches, all painted nicely. Also to go into her basket. And then these incredible eggs. So what's interesting about the eggs is they're all in kind of a different stage of cracking open. So you'll see that first one has a little bit of a crack. This second one has what looks like almost little claws or something coming out of the cracks, or worms or something. Then we get to this. Look at that. It's like it's almost like a skull and a hand or something coming out of that cracked egg. And this is not painted on. This is all part of the mold, you guys. This is really, really nice detail. Here's another of that kind of creature coming out. I guess I got it upside down. There we go. You can see it coming out. The top of this egg is cracked a little bit more. And then we've got this incredible piece where he's actually coming out of the egg. Pretty hardcore. So that's 5 different eggs that you can put into this basket. So however you want to display her, you've got plenty of things to put in there. And then my favorite piece, and we've seen this in all of the advertisements and everything, is this incredible, cute, sweet bunny mask, which is such a nice contrast to everything else. Now this is hard plastic, but it does have a little bit of elastic here, so you can put it around her head. Nothing on the inside there, but the paint on this is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that nose and the teeth and the little dots. So nicely made. I've been displaying her with that as well because I just think it's so nice. So let's talk about her second head. So Sadie came with a second faceplate, right? And I think a second pair of eyes. I can't remember exactly. She only has one set of eyes, but she's got an entirely second head, including hair. So if you want to replace this, this is a little bit scary, you guys, but it does pop off. All you do is grab the head and pop it off like that. You can see the socket of how that goes together and the socket in the neck right there. And then you can start putting together this second head. It comes in 3 pieces. We've got the back of the neck here, we've got the front, and we've also got a skull cap. So I'm gonna pop these all together. You can see everything goes together pretty nicely. Oh shoot, I've gotta get the eyes in here too. Yeah, why don't I do that first? So let's take apart this head so we can get to her eyes. So the way that this works is you can just pull the face right forward and it pops right off of the back of the head and the hair. So everything comes into 3 pieces, right? Now there is the eye socket piece, and this is what it looks like on the inside, right? So this little black piece holds these eyeballs in place however you want to do them. So you can move what direction she's looking, you can do whatever you need to do. Once you have it the way you want it, you put this little black piece up against the bridge of the nose and it locks everything in place so that her, sight is exactly the way that you want it. What's interesting about this other head that we're gonna put onto her is it actually only has 1 eye socket. So you're gonna see that. Maybe I'll just hold this up right now so you can get a good look at this face. It's really intense, and that's all part of the mold, you guys. But look at those teeth, look at the paint job. The X is still there in her forehead. Terrifying. I really appreciate those teeth too. I just think they look so good. But yeah, you'll notice that there's only 1 eye socket here that's open. So it does say in the instructions that when you are putting this in place, it does take a little finagling, but you've got to, let me get it turned around. Take this one, the eye socket, and turn it around to the back. So really you're only placing 1 eye socket in place. When you get everything squared away, boom, 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 and then you hide the rest of it kind of in the back of the head. And I'm back. Sorry. So getting that eye in place can be a little tricky, just a heads up, because you don't want that little inner part of the workings of that to get in the way of locking the back of the head to the front of this. Now, her skull cap also has strands of the purple eggy hair. Stop it, it's so cute. It reminds me a lot of like Hemlock and Honey, that kind of feel. But there you go, that's kind of what that head looks like once it's all put together. You just gotta get your hair in the place that you like it. And it pops right back on that body. So let's pull this up. and show you what we're working with. There she is. That's the other face of the Eggy. Stop it. That is so freaking cool. Love it. I think it is so, so neat. And then especially if you add this little rabbit mask to the story, there's something that's iconically like Living Dead Dolls is cute mixed with terrifying. And there's something about that that I just think is so, so cool. But yeah, so that is her. Oh, I did forget to mention with the accessories too, she also does come with 4 other pairs of hands, which is really nice. They pop off similar to the head. You just pull and then put the other one on. It does feel a little terrifying when you're trying to take those hands off, but they do come off. What's nice about those hands is there's some that can hold the basket, and so she can hold it on her lap if you want to display her like that. Right now, I have her displayed sitting down and holding her mask so that you can see the beautiful kind of porcelain doll mask, while at the same time showing off that gorgeous bunny mask that they have as part of this doll. I know that was a lot, but that's her. That's Eggy, you guys. Eggzorcist. Damien is going to be coming up next. Hopefully we'll get him in the next couple of months. And then Sin went on sale. We saw her at, is it San Diego Comic-Con, I think? And then we just got her posted. So she might still be for sale right now on mezcotoys.com. You should grab her if you can. The quality of these dolls are absolutely insane, and I really, really want them to keep coming out. So please buy them and support Mezco as they're trying to make this happen. The last thing I want to mention, we just found out that the variant version of The Eggzorcist, we're getting our first Return of the Living Dead Dolls variant. She is black and blue and absolutely gorgeous. All Damien has said to me is that they're going to be very limited, and that if I wanted to get a doll, I needed to get to the con where they're going to be featured. So they are for sale at Horror Hound in Cincinnati, and that is this weekend, which is September 13th to the 15th. So if you're trying to snag her, sorry, not nag her, but snag her, you want to get there and get this doll, because my gut says she's gonna be really hard to track down otherwise. But who knows? You know, maybe she'll show up for sale online, you never know. But as of right now, I'm kind of doubting it. So I would try to get there if you can. But that's it, everybody. It's always great seeing you all. I love you. Thank you so much for watching these silly little videos. And I hope this helps you decide whether or not you want to buy the dolls, but you absolutely should. That's it. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.